The fire of imagination. Long ago, in a world where humans were not yet the rulers, the earth was home to many different kinds of people. There were the strong and sturdy Neanderthals, who braved the harshest winters with their muscular frames. The skilled Denisovan, who thrived in high altitudes, had adapted to their mountainous homes. And then, there were the Homo sapiens, a fragile but uniquely gifted species. Compared to the others, they were weaker, slower, and physically unimpressive. But they had something no other species possessed: imagination. One evening, in a vast open plain where wild animals roamed, a young boy named Kale sat with his tribe around a crackling fire. The flames flickered, sending glowing embers into the night sky. The elders spoke of spirits that lived in the stars, of great hunts led by their ancestors, and of unseen forces that govern the world. As Kale listened, his mind painted vivid pictures of these stories: fearsome beasts, mighty warriors, and gods watching from above. He was not alone in this. His entire tribe believed in these tales, and in doing so, they formed something greater than themselves, a shared reality. This ability, to tell stories, to believe in things that did not exist, was the spark that would change everything. With myths, sapiens built trust. With trust, they formed larger groups. Unlike Neanderthals, who lived in small, rigid societies, Homo sapiens could unite in numbers never seen before. They learned to organize hunts, plan defenses, and forge alliances with those beyond their immediate family. They spread across the earth, adapting to deserts, forests, and frozen tundras. Through the power of collective belief, they became the dominant species. Many moons passed, and the world of the sapiens changed once more. They had once roamed freely, hunting and gathering food as they pleased. But then, someone discovered a secret hidden in the soil: seeds could grow into food. With this realization, a new way of life began: the agricultural revolution. Kale's descendants no longer wandered the land. Instead, they settled in one place, building homes from stone and wood. They planted wheat, barley, and rice, watching as tiny sprouts turned into golden fields. But with farming came an unexpected price. No longer could they simply move when food ran out. They had to stay and tend to their crops. At first, it seemed like a blessing. More food meant more people. But the land was ruled by the strong, and soon, warriors and kings emerged. Those who controlled the fields controlled the people. What had once been a world of equals became a world of rulers and workers. The wealthy owned vast fields, while the poor labored under the burning sun. Disease spread in crowded villages, and war broke out over fertile land. Humans had tamed wheat, but in many ways, wheat had tamed humans. What seemed like progress was, in reality, a trap. The chains of gold centuries passed, and the villages grew into cities. The cities became kingdoms, and the kingdoms turned into empires. No longer did people live in small, isolated tribes. They were now part of vast civilizations, connected by three invisible forces: money, empires, and religion. Gold became the language that all could understand. A simple coin could buy food, shelter, or weapons, regardless of where one came from. Empires, from the mighty warriors of Rome to the wise scholars of China, expanded their reach, uniting distant lands under one rule. Some conquered with swords, others with ideas. Religion, too, played its part. Where once people worshipped local spirits, now great faiths, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, spread across continents, giving people shared morals and purpose. Kale's descendants now lived in towering cities with stone roads, bustling markets, and grand temples. They traded spices from the east, silk from distant lands, and knowledge from ancient scrolls. Yet, even in their wealth, they longed for something more. Despite their conquests, their riches, and their gods, a question remained: was there more to the world than what they had been told? The age of curiosity then came the greatest revolution of all, the revolution of thought. For thousands of years, people had believed they knew everything. The gods had spoken, and the rulers had decreed. But one day, a man dared to say, "Perhaps we do not know everything." With that, the world changed again. Science was born. No longer satisfied with tradition, people began to ask questions, to test theories, to challenge old beliefs. They looked to the stars and saw galaxies. They studied the earth and discovered its secrets. Machines were built, engines roared, and factories rose like mountains of metal. The Industrial Revolution transformed cities into sprawling metropolises, and the human population exploded. With every invention, life became easier, but also more complicated. The air grew thick with smoke as factories churned day and night. The rivers darkened, carrying waste from growing industries. Forests vanished, replaced by endless roads and towering buildings. Sapiens had tamed the world, but in doing so, they risked destroying it. What comes next? Now, as the stars shine over the cities of men, a new question arises: what will become of the sapiens? Once, they feared the beasts of the wild, but now they fear the creations of their own hands. Machines grow more intelligent with each passing year. Artificial minds, capable of thinking and learning, begin to replace human labor. Scientists explore ways to rewrite DNA, to shape life itself, to make sapiens stronger, faster, perhaps even immortal. Are Kale's descendants still human, or are they becoming something else? For all their advancements, sapiens still gather around the fire, though now, it is the glow of screens rather than the flicker of flames. They still tell stories, not of spirits and hunts, but of worlds unseen, of futures unknown. The power of imagination still shapes the world. But as they stand on the edge of a new era, one question lingers: what story will they tell next? And the next chapter is in their hands. Share your ideas and rate comments. Thank you for your time.